Welcome to my last minute study for my last exam. And कल का एग्जाम बहुत टफ होने वाला है. It's gonna be very tough, and I don't know what's going to happen. So let me keep this book. I have to return it tomorrow. And just okay to my. No. Sorry, that was creepy, so I made it something different. Oh, I need to write, or else I'm not gonna remember. I have to remember. Do I have to write? I have to remember to write. I have to write to remember. Correct. It's correct. I have to write to remember. It's correct. Like, how do I pronounce it correctly? Yeah, it's correct. I don't know how to do that. So first we have clay minerals. So let me explain you what is clay mineral. So here we have two types of clay mineral. One is tetrahedral and one is octahedral. I never knew that inside these soil particles they have so many different shapes. First time when I was being told about this, I was like, is he teaching something else? I think it's not supposed to be here. I was like confused. No, how is this possible? But it's there. So tetrahedral and octahedral. So we have tetrahedral where we have silicon and 4 oxygen atoms. So and silicon atoms, and we have 4 oxygen atoms in tetrahedral shape. And with the silica tetrahedral sheet is in this form, like what do we say this? Trapezoid. Silica tetrahedral sheet we have in trapezoid. I have difficulties in pronouncing the word trapeze trapeze trapezoid. Silica tetrahedral sheet is in trapezoid, so it's trapezoid. Oh. Then we have tetrahedral, one silica and 4 oxygen atom. In an octahedral, we have one magnesium or aluminium and six hydroxyl ions. So we have aluminum octahedron sheets in rectangular shape. So when aluminium is present, it's called gibbsite, and when magnesium is present, it's called brucite. So you should remember it like gypsite and brucite. So like B comes first, but alumina A comes first, but it is in opposite. So like gypsite and brucite. So in brucite we have magnesium, and in gypsite we have aluminium. So types: kaolinite, two-layered. Types are there: kaolinite, two-layered. They are two-layered. Like we have gypsite silica sheet, gypsite silica sheet. In kaolinite we have gypsite silica sheet. Then Gypsite was in rectangle and silica is in trapezoidal. Gypsite silica sheet. Then we have kaolinite, two layers. So we it's a low permeability, moderate shear strength, low permeability, moderate shear strength, low shrinkage, soil capacity. Low permeability, low permeability, moderate shear strength. It's difficult to pronounce something with S, so it starts with S, and again another word which starts with S. So low permeability, moderate shear strength, low shrinkage, swell capacity. Low permeability, moderate shear strength, low permeability. It was in kaolinite. Kaolinite, low permeability, kaolinite, low permeability, moderate shear strength, low shrinkage, soil capacity. Low permeability, moderate shear strength, low shrinkage, soil capacity. Low permeability, moderate shear strength, low shrinkage, soil capacity. Low permeability, moderate shear strength, low permeability, moderate low permeability. Like in kaolinite we have low permeability, moderate shear strength, and that was shrinkage, low shrinkage soil capacity, low shrinkage soil capacity. So gypsite and silica sheath are there. The bondage, we have hydrogen unit, secondary balance force. Hydrogen unit, we have hydrogen unit, secondary balance force for bondage. Then very stable, it is very stable and do not permit water into the lattice. Do not permit water into the lattice. It do not permit water into the lattice. Okay. So kaolinite, two layered, gypsite and gypsite and silica sheet. Gypsite was in a rectangle and silica sheet is a trapezoidal. Then it has low permeability, moderate shear strength, and low shrinkage soil capacity. Hydrogen unit and secondary balance force. Then very stable, do not permit water. Then we have serpentine, also two layered. It has brucite sheet. Serpentine has brucite sheet. Okay. Serpentine has brucite sheet. Halosite is similar to kaolinite, except water is present between the sheets. Halosite and kaolinite are same, but just in halosite we have potassium, but in kaolinite we do not have potassium in between the sheet. And but not potassium, sorry. In halosite, we have water between the bonds, water between the sheets. Now we have montmorillonite and illite. So montmorillonite and illite are octahedral. Montmorillonite is three layered. Montmorillonite is three layered. It has like low permeability, low shear strength, high compressibility. Low permeability, low shear strength, and high compressibility. Low permeability, low shear strength, high compressibility. Low permeability, low shear strength, low permeability, low shear strength, and high compressibility. But we had in kaolinite, it was low permeability, medium shear strength, and low shrinkage soil limit. But in montmorillonite, we have low permeability, low permeability, low shear strength, but high compressibility. High compressibility. Three layered. It is three layered. It has a gypsite in between two silica sheet, gypsite in between two silica sheet, weak bond, hydrogen unit and very stable, hydrogen unit and secondary valence force, hydrogen very stable. Again, it has weak bond. Montmorillonite has weak bond. Water enter between bondage. Water enter between bondage. Expensive. It is expensive. Bentonite clay from volcanic ash. Bentonite clay from volcanic ash. Oh, I remember volcanic ash. Bentonite clay from volcanic ash. It is expensive. So it has 10 diameter, water plus metallic ions. Illite has low permeability, moderate shear strength, and moderate shear strength and moderate swell capacity. Less than montmorillonite, of course. Moderate cell capacity. Moderate shear strength, moderate similar to molecular potassium ion depth in the adjacent plane. Stronger bond. Stronger bond. 1 micron is equals to 0.01 mm. 1 micron is equals to 0.01 mm. 1 micron is equals to 0.01 millimeter. 001 millimeter. 0.10 to the power minus 3 mm. Of course. 1 micron is equals to 10 to the power minus 3 mm. 1 micron equals to 10 to the power minus 3 mm. Hmm. So for well graded, we have W. Poorly graded, we have P. Clay, C. Silty, M. Gravel, G. Sand, S. High compressibility, H. Low compressibility, L. Medium compressibility, I. Organic silt and clay, we have O. Okay, we have O. We have O. Now, for water content, the formula is SR into E by G. SR into E by G. Water content was SR into E by G. Water content percentage into 100 करना पड़ेगा, percentage के लिए into 100 करना पड़ेगा. The water content saturation SR is equals to 1. Void ratio E by G. 2.65 mostly G. Dry density. For dry density, we have rho D equals to rho W into G by 1 plus E. Rho W into G by 1 plus E. Micron, 1 micron 10 to the minus 3 mm. 1 meter, that means 1 micron 10 to the 6 meter. Micron 10 to the minus 6. Oh, you're so smart. You're so smart. Oh my god. 1 micron is equals to 10 to the power minus 3 mm. Oh yeah, 1 micron 10 to the power minus 6 meter. You're so smart. Dry density gamma W gamma W into G by 1 plus E. Gamma W into G by 1 plus E. Gamma W into G by 1 plus E. Please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm thinking I saw somebody showing their QR on the screen, pay 50 rupees. I'll also do that. क्योंकि मैं कष्ट कर रही हूँ, पे कर दो बोले. Rho W into G by 1 plus E, that is for density, and gamma W, that means, so gamma W water density is 9810. Oh no, 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. Kilonewton per meter cube. That's not a bad idea actually. Oh, I need to print it out first. Okay, I'll do this thing now. তুমি কবা যে মানে like inversely তুমি scan কৰিব পাৰিছা না নাই, just wait, huh? Oh my god, my phone doesn't work. Okay, just scan my code and say that you are able to scan it or not. Mhm. 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 I can you? Oh, how will you do that actually? Because to me, online assign you cannot do that. Tell me, comment me first. I don't know if you can do that. Okay, watch me on YouTube of your other phone and then tell me. Just text me when you're ready. Rho W into G by 1 plus E, rho W into G by 1 plus E. Then saturated, rho W into G plus E by 1 plus E, rho W into G plus E by 1 plus E. And then type, if saturated, rho W into G plus E by 1 plus E. Submerged, rho W into G minus 1 by 1 plus E, rho W into G minus 1 by 1 plus E, G minus 1 by 1 plus E. Rho W into G plus E by 1 plus E. Rho W into G plus E by 1 plus E. Rho W into G plus E by 1 plus E. Check. You check, I check. Like, I did not get anything. Mm-hmm. Oh no, what did you send? I did not get anything. Yeah. It just thank you for sending 1 rupees. It means so much to me. You are the first person who paid me through YouTube. I will forever remember you. You just stole my heart. But it's fine, no? Like if I show it like this, it's fine. चल अभी पढ़ा. Okay. Submerged denser. So dry was rho W G by 1 plus E. Rho W G by 1 plus E. Saturated rho W G plus E by 1 plus E. Saturated. Submerged rho W G minus 1 by 1 plus E. W G minus. Bye bye. Thank you for sending me money. I'm so happy. 1 rupees is enough for me. I'm so happy like to do the experiment with this QR. It was a good thing I did. Bulk density rho W G plus E S R 1 plus E G plus E S R 1 plus E G plus E S R by 1 plus E. Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E G plus E S R by 1 plus E. Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E. Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E. Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E. मैं भी करूँगी. क्यों ना करूँ. G plus E S R by 1 plus E. Mahabharat in Hotstar. What made you watch that? Like Mahabharat. I'm going to do that keyword thing right now. Okay. Rho W into G plus A rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus A rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus A rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus A rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus A rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus A rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus A rho W G plus E S R by straight and forward towards middle. I cannot take it in middle. Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E rho is equals to rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E W G plus E S R n by 1 plus H rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus A. Bulk density, moist unit weight. 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 Okay, bulk density, moist unit weight. Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E G plus E S R. G plus E S R by 1 plus E G plus E S R by 1 plus E. Rho D 1 plus W rho D works. Treat mode. Is it okay now? Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus C. Rho W G plus by 1 plus C. Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus C. Rho W G plus E S R. Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus C. Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus C. Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus C. Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus C. Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus C. Rho W G plus E S R. Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus U. Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus C. Rho W G plus E S R. Rho W rho plus E S R by 1 plus C. Thank you. Rho W rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E. Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E. Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E. Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E. Rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E. Rho W density, bulk density is equals to rho W G plus E S R by 1 plus E rho density into 1 plus W. So then we have for finer particles.